Hello Scene Peepers. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you enjoy our videos so far. Today, I would like to explain a 2019 American comedy horror thriller movie, Ready or Not. All girls probably dream of having a bizarre wedding ceremony when they married into a wealthy family. However, they don't want to be involved with this creepy games conglomerate with unusual family rituals for welcoming a new bride as a family member. The story of this movie follows Grace Weaving, who is hunted by her husband's family on her wedding night as part of a sacred ritual. What will you do if you are the bride? Will you do the ritual like them? Spoilers ahead. Take care and enjoy. The movie started with a 30-year-ago scene when Daniel and his brother, Alex, are running in their big mansion while avoiding something. After making sure Alex is hiding safely, Daniel Ladomas is accosted by a wounded man named Charles. At that time, Charles begs him for assistance. Instead, Daniel summons his family, who appears dressed in ceremonial robes and masks. Despite his bride's, Helene, pleadings, Charles later was shot with a spear gun and hauled away into a sealed room. That night, Daniel got praised by his family for his brave action. It isn't shown whether Charles is still alive or not, but we can assume that the family did something to him and he's dead. 30 years later, Alex is going to marry Grace. Grace looks very nervous while waiting for their holy matrimony. She recalls her vows, again and again, and even smokes a bit to relieve her stress. Alex later joins her in the waiting room to accompany and calm her. They both look deeply in love with each other. Daniel enters the room to congratulate the couple and ask the groom to prepare. He also advises Grace that she might want to reconsider her decision to marry into the Ladomas family. However, she is so determined about this wedding. At the wedding, Grace finds out that some of Ladomas's family members look scarier than she thought. She thinks most of them probably don't welcome her into the family. The holy matrimony takes place. Alex and Grace become husband and wife. On the wedding night, while the couple is cuddling in the bed, Alex's aunt, Helene, comes into their bedroom and surprises them. She tells them that all the family members have been waiting for them downstairs. Alex has no other choice than to tell Grace about the family ritual. He explains that to welcome her as a family member, Grace should play a game with them at midnight. She has to draw a card and they will play according to which card she draws. Although feels that the ritual is kinda weird, Grace is still excited and tells Alex that she is willing to play. After preparing herself for the ritual, Grace goes down and talks a bit with Alex's mom. It is revealed that Grace grew up in a foster family and is so happy with the idea of having her own family with Alex. Alex's mom tells her to bring Alex back to their family, indicating that her husband has been estranged from his own family for several years. 5 minutes before midnight, all the Ladomas family members gather in a large room. Besides Grace and Alex, several other family members will play together. There are Alex's parents, Tony and Becky, Daniel, and his gold digger wife, Charity, Aunt Helene, and Alex's cocaine-addicted sister, Emily, with her oafish husband, Fitch. Before the game starts, Tony explains the history of their family to Grace, including how they built their fortune and how they reached their achievement. Tony reveals that his ancestor Victor Ladomas made a bargain with a man named LaBelle to help establish the Ladomas riches. In exchange, the family will always be adhering to a custom in which each new family member chooses a game card from LaBelle's puzzle box, and they will play the game together. Both Charity and Fitch told Grace that they were doing the same thing when they married into this family. Grace draws hide and seek. While the other family members are so shocked about the card, Grace still smiles, not aware of how serious it will be. Alex asked her to meet him in their room. He felt anxious. On the other hand, Grace looks so excited and can't wait to play the game. Tony later tells her the rules. She is allowed to hide anywhere in that house while the other family members will seek her. Tony also reveals that they won't use any cameras so that the game will be fair for all players. The hide-and-seek music is played as Grace starts to hide. As she hides, the Ladomases prepare to look for her and arm themselves. Grace hides in a small freight elevator in the house while the other family members are seeking her. Meanwhile, when the game begins, Alex is asked to wait in the family room and Charity is ordered to watch the door. However, to save Grace, Alex makes his way into the mansion's hidden corridors, trying to find his bride. Feeling bored hiding in the freight elevator, Grace sneaks out to find another hiding place. While walking in the corridor, she sees a maid looking for Emily's son, Georgie. To not get caught, Grace hides in a bedroom where she finally meets Alex. The couple is hiding near the bed together when the maid enters the room to look for Georgie. Grace later sees Emily mistakenly kill the maid she mistook for her. This incident shocked her, and Grace finally learns that the family will kill her after hearing their conversation. She also sees Tony, Becky, and Helene hide the maid's body to prevent Grace from witnessing it. After the family leaves, Alex tells Grace that they have to escape the mansion as soon as possible. After grabbing their shoes and other stuff, the couple goes through the secret passage in the house. Alex later confesses to Grace that his family is cursed, and if a new member of the family receives the hide-and-seek card, the remainder of the family must kill them before daylight or they will die. If they elope and don't play the game with the family, they will die too. Alex explains that those things happen to some other family members who try to ignore the tradition. Alex and Grace argue, making Fitch, who is in the toilet, hear their voice from the cellar and feel suspicious. Alex said that he will do everything he can to save Grace. He also tells her where she should go while he is dealing with his family. After Alex leaves, Grace follows his instruction and goes to the kitchen. She tears her wedding dress so she can move easily. However, when she arrived at the end of the passage, she chose the wrong door and got caught by other family members. Emily nearly killed her if she didn't miss her shot. Grace escapes and hides in the study room. She gets cornered when Daniel enters the room for a drink. She thought Daniel would kill her there, but he gives her a few seconds to escape before calling the other family members. As Grace runs from the room, Daniel counts and then calls his other family members. Everyone rushes to the room to just find out that Grace has already gone. Charity blames Daniel for losing the opportunity, while Tony seems pissed off because Charity let Alex out of their family room. Emily looks hysterical and stressed because she can't stop making mistakes, and even forgets to bring her gun. Emily later accidentally shot another maid again because of her clumsiness. The family later decides to use security cameras to get Grace because they are gonna die if they don't kill her before sunrise, and they are all liking time now. Helene disagrees, saying that they have to respect the tradition, but then admits that it's probably the best way to find the bride. On the other hand, while waiting for Alex to disable the security system to allow Grace to escape, Grace arms herself with a shotgun. She is about to shoot the kitchen door, but the gun doesn't work and the servant comes in. Grace later hides behind the kitchen table and waits there patiently. Alex then is finally able to activate the camera and disable the security system. However, when Grace is about to escape, the household butler blocks her way, preventing Grace from fleeing. On the other hand, Alex gets into a fight with Daniel and Tony while he is destroying the security machine. He later got knocked out by Tony and restrained. A third maid later discovers Grace, but when she yells for the family, she accidentally crushes herself into a dumbwaiter. The family fights with each other as they keep failing to capture Grace. It is also revealed that Charles, who we saw at the beginning of the movie, was also playing this game and ended up dead. The family later finds out that Grace escapes from the window as Alex keeps helping her since the beginning of the game. Grace makes her way to the stables, where she is shot in the hand by Georgie. She knocks him unconscious. Unfortunately, she later falls into a hole filled with the bodies of past sacrifices made by the Ladamuses. Grace later climbs up from the pit, her hands stuck in nails, making her injured severely. She gets away after Charity misses her shot and squeezes through the front gate. She fights Stevens off, steals his car, and tries to phone the cops using the car's onboard system, but the operator informs her that the car has been reported stolen and switches it off remotely. Stevens uses a tranquilizer pistol to immobilize Grace, but she wakes up and assaults him, causing the car to crash and killing him. After realizing his father is secretly watching, Daniel knocks out Grace and captures her. Becky later comes to inform the restrained Alex that Grace has been caught. While doing the last part of the ritual, Daniel contaminated a ceremonial cup with a non-lethal dosage of hydrochloric acid. The Ladamuses sip from it and subsequently vomit blood as he frees Grace. Daniel later takes Grace to leave the mansion but gets caught by Charity. Grace disarms Charity and pistol whips her after she shoots Daniel in the neck, causing him to bleed to death. Grace bludgeons Tony with a light, sets fire to the mansion, and is confronted by Becky, whom she kills with LaBelle's box. Alex breaks free from his shackles and rushes to Grace's aid, but she shrinks away from him. He subdues her to complete the ceremony, knowing that she would never trust him and will almost surely abandon him once she escapes. Just as the sun rises, the Ladamuses prepare for death as they fail to complete the ritual, but it never comes. Helene tries to attack Grace, but she bursts, followed by the rest of the family. LaBelle emerges briefly and salutes Grace before she walks out of the blazing manor, drenched in blood. When one of the cops asks what happened, Grace only says, "In-laws." This movie is probably not the type of thriller movie that you expected. You can find some dark comedy scenes inside, not so many jump scares, but there is blood everywhere. The whole Ladamuses family members are just weird with their gothic makeup and those game rituals. I am happy that Grace makes her way out of that disastrous family. It is felt that something is missing in the movie ending, though I don't know what it is. What do you think about the movie? Leave your comments below. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more similar videos. Please like and don't forget to turn on notifications for more updates. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.